Good morning, everyone. We have a full house today, so please don't be shy. Come and scooch together, and if you're on the aisles, move towards the center. We've got some seats in the front. Just get cozy, because we are in for a great morning. My name is Eileen Wiviott. I use she, her pronouns. I am the senior minister of this congregation. It is so good to be with you all this morning. Whether this is your spiritual home or you are newly discovering this community, we're so grateful that you're with us today. We strive to be an inclusive and welcoming community, seeking truth in love and nurturing the human spirit for a world made whole. We are guided by our principles and our values, which remind us in every moment and through every challenge that each of us is worthy of love, and we are all connected through the vast and beautiful web of existence. We come together to remember our kinship with one another and to hold one another in heart and mind with tenderness and careful attention, and to dedicate ourselves more fully to living our shared values. People of all ages are an important part of our faith community. We are blessed to have the children with us in the sanctuary for the first half of every Sunday service, and the entire service is for all ages about once a month. The nest in front is our designated area for families with young children, where we have quiet fidget toys and activities and a kid-friendly order of service. Nursery care is available in room 11 every Sunday. As part of being a welcoming community and inclusive community, we have some information posted on the screen that will help orient you to UCE and to our space. And I have a few announcements. What is less than 2 weeks away and something you don't want to miss? Anyone? Y'all know it. The rummage sale, of course, next Sunday is set up and the first drop-off day, so plan to wear your jeans and stay after church to help, and you can still get involved in other ways. Just stop by the rummage info table today after the service at the back tables, and thank you for your ongoing support. If you are a UCE visual artist, professional, or hobbyist, trained or self-taught, please consider exhibiting a piece of your art at Sandra Robinson's retirement party on May 31st. The art exhibition is one of the ways we will be honoring Sandra that evening. You can register online through the newsletter or at the back of the sanctuary after today's service, and the deadline for registering is April 30th. You can also RSVP and volunteer for the event at that same table today. This coming Saturday, April 27th, our Pagan Collective invites you to join them in a maypole dance on the South Lawn to celebrate Beltane. The dance is at 10:30 a.m. with a potluck lunch to follow. We hope to see you on Saturday. Today, after this service, join our new members Josh Burt and Justin Marjenka at the back to celebrate their daughter Dory's first birthday. They brought donut holes, donuts for Dory, so you don't want to miss that. You're invited to join Reverend Susan this afternoon at 4 p.m. for an Interfaith, and I'll be there too, Interfaith Earth Day litany at Raymond Park on Hinman Avenue. Rob Geiger and Kristen Lems will be providing readings from Carl Sagan and Mary Oliver to honor our Unitarian Universalist tradition in this Interfaith Earth Day gathering. We hope you can make it. And now we're going to settle into our time of shared reflection and celebration and music making. As we begin our worship service, those joining us online, please gather your chalices and settle into this time of beloved community. But first I want to introduce our director of music, Vickie Hellyer. This is a special Sunday, something that we've been working for a long time. And Vickie is so beloved in this community. This is from one of our anonymous choir members, but I'm sure this feeling is shared by all of you. This is what someone wrote and sent me. With her unflagging enthusiasm, humor, and understanding, she makes our practices and preparation a labor of love. Unseen by most in the congregation, she researches or creates audio tutorials for each of the 4 voice parts of our choir. She schedules additional practices for those of us who need more rehearsing for our music Sundays, and pulls together the best efforts of more than 40 human beings week after week with all of their human differences and needs. All of us at UCE are indeed fortunate that she is our director of music. We're so thankful.
Thank you very much. I think I'm going to start crying instead of reading what I came up here to read. But thank you very much. And it's a real pleasure, choristers, to work with you, and instrumentalists. And Gregory is all of it. And good morning to you. I wanted to thank the UCE choristers and guest musicians for your dedicated work on this challenging and rewarding music. Sunrise Mass is a 4-movement piece we will be presenting in parts throughout the service. Am I too loud? I'm hearing an echo. Okay, good. All right. Though Ola Gjeilo, the composer, writes many compositions for choirs, he considers himself to be a symphonic composer, and for him, the music is much more important than the text. The text for the Sunrise Mass comes from the ordinary of the Mass, but instead of calling the movements Kyrie, Gloria, etc., he calls them the spheres, sunrise, the city, and identity on the ground. Movement 1, the spheres, evokes an atmosphere of floating in space. For the second movement, Gjeilo has created a symphonic metaphorical sunrise. Movement 3, the city, is for the most part driving and relentless. It starts with short, detached, almost frenzied notes in the strings, akin to the activity one would experience in a bustling city. Movement 4 is separated into 2 parts. The first part, identity, symbolizes the individual and the emergence of a conscious self. And the second part, the ground, is seen as a place of absolute peace and tranquility, where one can feel that they have arrived and are at last grounded. Through these 4 movements, we float in the spheres, rise with the sun, experience the vibrancy of a city, discover the self, and finally feel we are one with humanity and the earth. We invite you to join us on this journey.
Within the circles of our lives, we dance the circles of the years, the circles of the seasons within the circles of the years, the cycles of the moon within the circles of the seasons, the circles of our reasons within the cycles of the moon. Again we come and go, charged, changed, changing, hands join, unjoin, in love and fear, grief and joy. The circles turn, each giving into each, into all. Only music keeps us here, each by all the others held. In the hold of hands and eyes, we turn in pairs, that joining each to all again. And then we turn aside, alone, out of the sunlight, gone into the darker circles of return. Welcome to worship.
The Unitarian Church of Evanston resides on land that was recorded as being transferred from the local Potawatomi community to the U.S. government in 1829, shortly before the Potawatomi in this area were forcefully removed west of the Mississippi. The land was then sold to white settlers. We remember the ancestors of contemporary African Americans, the individuals, families, and networks of Black people who built up our country's culture and economy, a role forced on them originally by enslavement. We acknowledge the intentional violence that landed on North American shores in 1619 has continued throughout the generations and remains a reality today. These acknowledgments are one small effort toward building long-term solidarity with contemporary communities. We commit ourselves to take what we learn here today and incorporate it into our lives and turn our thoughts into actions. Please join in our words of shared commitment. They're on the screen. We name these realities with honor for all the ancestors, respect for our descendants, and gratitude for the land we use as sacred space. Allison Eisen brought the flowers in honor of Music Sunday and Vickie Hellyer's tremendous commitment to the choir. And I believe she's going to light the candles. As she lights our chalice, symbol of our living tradition, please join in saying the words on the screen, adapted from Annie Besant. O hidden life, vibrant in every atom. O hidden light, shining in every creature. O hidden love, embracing all in oneness. May each one as one with thee. Know they are also one with every other. Please rise in body or spirit and join in saying the words of our covenant. Love is the spirit of this church, and service is its law. This is our great covenant, to dwell together in peace, to seek the truth in love, and to help one another. Now, before we sing our opening hymn, I invite those of us joining online to greet each other in the chat, and those gathered in the sanctuary to turn to one another briefly to say good morning and try to look at somebody that you don't know.
You had a little more time because the choir needed a little time to rearrange. Please stay after the service today, and if you're new to our community, please stop at the newcomer table at the back with the red tablecloth in front of the mural to learn more about who we are, and we can answer any of your questions. Our hymn is number 1000, Morning Has Come, verses 2 and 3. Please rise and join in singing. I invite us now to settle into our time of quiet as we join together in community and share our joys and sorrows. If you have a joy or a sorrow that you would like spoken aloud in this community, you can write it in the book that's found at the table. Just as you enter the sanctuary, you can send me or Reverend Susan an email or fill out the online Google form found on the homepage of our website. We listen to these offerings with tenderness and with respect and love for one another, and so we quiet our bodies and our minds as best we can by taking in a deep breath together. And then we let it out. These are the joys and sorrows that have been shared before our service today. Sarah Devaney in the choir shares that she has a job interview on Friday at TJ Maxx on Gulf Road, so wish her luck. Best of luck, Sarah. Let us know how it goes. On Saturday, as I mentioned earlier, yesterday, we marked Dory's first birthday. This is from Justin and Josh. We were fortunate to spend last weekend celebrating with her birth family and this weekend celebrating with our families. As we reflect on the past year, we are endlessly grateful to Dory's birth family and the universe for choosing us to be Dory's parents. We are thankful for our family, friends, and this community for supporting us over the past 12 months. We remember and honor Dory's beloved namesakes, whose loving energy embraces and empowers her. We are filled with adoration, admiration, and awe for our beautiful, brave, and boisterous daughter, Dory. Thank you for making us your papa and dada, completing our family and filling each day with wonder, love, and joy. So glad that you're all with us. A joy and sorrow from the Refugee Family Working Group. Our joy is in thanking the Immigrant Solidarity Team, the 2023 Serendipity Auction Committee, and volunteers Chris Allender, Meredith Hayden, Jean Curl, Kathy Talmadge, Mike Takata, and Steve Sarakaku for all their efforts in making our traditional Eid Afghan dinner last Sunday a great success. We are grateful for the 30 UCE members who attended. The Jamshidi family, Saida, her daughter Azra, and her nephew Akram were all pleased to share this important event in the Muslim culture. Our sorrow is that the U.S. State Department, local attorney we are working with, and state federal politicians have not yet been able to evacuate Saida's husband Akram's parents and 4 siblings from Afghanistan. Please keep them in your thoughts. And a sorrow from Judy Wyden and Harry Hirsch. Judy has been diagnosed with cancer and has entered hospice. She feels good right now, and she's here, and we're so glad she is. and she's choosing to focus on enjoying every day as much as she can. She also welcomes conversation about this. You don't have to be shy about mentioning it to her. It really helps her to process, so please just check in with her and let her know that you're thinking about her and be open to the conversation if you can be. Sharing these concerns of the heart is part of what makes us a beloved community. And together we expand our celebrations and we lessen the burden of the grief we all carry. You're invited now to come forward to light a candle. If you have a joy or a sorrow on your heart that feels too tender to say out loud, but you would still like to be honored and recognized in this community. And we all have 3 stations. And if you'd like a candle brought to you, please raise your hand and Kathy will bring that to you. Please come forward now. For these joys, we give our thanks. For these sorrows, we give our love. Please join me in the spirit of prayer and meditation. Spirit of life, source of love, infinite and powerful, moving within us, around us, and far beyond us, we call you to make yourself known to us in this moment. through the beauty and transcendence of shared music, through the comfort and care of beloved community, through the guidance we are shown even in our most difficult challenges and fearful times. With all that troubles us here and now, the violence and wars that rage, the oppression of people upon people, the degradation of our earth, the many needs for safety and warmth and nourishment that go unmet, we ask you to give us courage to turn toward one another, to find our way through these painful realities to a new way, to new possibilities. May we be co-creators with you, source of love and life, of liberation, of beauty, of joy, and hope for each other. Together may we heal the world and our souls. Amen, and blessed be. As we sing our response, number 391, Voice Still and Small, our young people preschool through 6th grade are invited to head to their faith formation time with their adult leaders.
Under the trees, light has dropped from the top of the sky. Light like a green latticework of branches, shining on every leaf, drifting down like clean white sand. A cicada sends its sawing song high into the empty air. The world is a glass overflowing with water.
As we say in our covenant each Sunday, service is our law. UCE is called by our mission, values, and principles to contribute to our community, to form accountable partnerships, and to express gratitude through giving. Today's offering will be shared with Interfaith Action of Evanston, an organization inspired by diverse faiths and shared values that brings people together to serve those in our community who are hungry and homeless, to pursue interfaith dialogue, and to engage in advocacy that promotes social justice. Unfortunately, our text to give number is not working right now. We're moving from an old one to a new one, and it didn't take hold yet. So normally I would say you can text to give, but next week. Otherwise, please put your offerings in the baskets that will be coming forward, mail in a check, or you can give from our website as well. If you do write a check, please indicate in the memo line if your check is for the shared offering or some other giving. The ushers will now come forward to pass the collection bowls down the rows. Please give as generously as you are able, and may what you give bring you joy.
Thank you for your generosity. Beneath the masks, beneath the names, beneath ideals, beneath the shoulds is a thrumming, ecstatic, atomic swirl, unseen and omnipresent, inescapable and holy. A divine blurring of being, a realm of charge and energy, most of it empty space. Sometimes I remember this. Perhaps walking in the woods or standing in the midst of a city's whir, perhaps working in the kitchen or singing in a choir. I remember who we really are. I remember not with mind, but with being. And I'm lost in it, found in it, alive in the cloud of it, astonished with the sacred design of it, elegant soup of it, elemental swirl of it all. How is it I sometimes see only woman, man, cottonwood, spider, self, other? We walk this journey of separation together. Oh, being who is lonely, remember?
Sometimes, when dawn begins to spread across the sky like melted butter and honey, and the air is trembling and still with waiting, and my cat crawls on my chest and purrs and kneads the covers like a nursing kitten, when I hang like a drop of dew on the cobweb spun between consciousness and sleep, when I hang and quiver and slide slowly awake, for just that moment of complete stillness, I hear a music in my soul, and I know, with the certainty of roses growing in the garden, that the world holds out a promise of peace, and it is my work to redeem the promise.
Beneath the masks, beneath the names, beneath ideals, beneath the shoals, is a strumming, ecstatic, atomic swirl, unseen and omnipresent, inescapable and holy, a divine blurring of being, a realm of charge and energy, most of it empty space. Sometimes I remember this. Perhaps walking in the woods or standing in the midst of a city's whir, perhaps working in the kitchen or singing in a choir. I remember who we really are. Remember, not with mine, but with being. And I'm lost in it, found in it, alive in the cloud of it, astonished with the sacred design of it, elegant soup of it, elemental swirl of it all. How is it I sometimes see the only woman, man, cottonwood, spider, self, other. We walk this journey of separation together, oh being who is lonely. Remember?
As we extinguish the chalice, we invite you to join in saying the words on the screen by the Reverend Elizabeth Sell Jones. We extinguish this flame, but not the light of truth, the warmth of community, or the fire of commitment. These we carry in our hearts until we are together again. Please rise in body or spirit and join in singing our closing hymn, a favorite amongst Unitarian Universalists, hymn number 1064, Blue Boat Home. Before I give the benediction, can we just give another humongous round of thank you and applause to everybody? Filled with gratitude and with the music of this morning, may the glory of the sun, the wonder of the earth, and the sustaining, transforming power of love in community fill our souls and carry us forward to bless and heal the world. Let us go making peace and beauty, beloveds. Thank you. Amen.